Let me out. Let me out. So let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. So let me out. Let me out. So
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, hello, welcome back to GT Gamefest. This is your finals. We are actually doing a best of one, contrary to what may have said earlier. It's gonna be best one, best interest of everyone being tired from a long day of events, so we're gonna have a best of one between Hayz Angels and BiliBili. I'm not quite sure if they went by that earlier. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Alright, so first pick coming out from Hayz Angel. They will pick up the Juggernaut once again. Did a lot of work from the last game. And BiliBili picking up what they picked out earlier, the Lion and Lena combo. Huge burst damage, so I believe they picked it up earlier. Guess this game like this before. A lot of people want the Leon Lion combo. Bands coming out, Sniper, Silencer, Veno, Troll Warlord, pretty basic, other than maybe the Veno ban. Just a very irritating hero to play against. And Pugna and Faceless Void. Interesting. Star Spirit ban being followed out. Quite interesting. Veno, Pugna, Troll. Very push-oriented heroes, I guess. Troll not so much, but you know, you drop the battle trance, you start whacking away all your heroes, and you do huge amounts of damage thanks to all that attack speed. So maybe they want to go for something that they don't want to get pushed against really phases of the game, or maybe it's the Pugna because Pugna Nether Ward would crush Lena and Lion. Veno Spirit kinda solid defensive support nowadays, very strong. Taking a level, and the BiliBili will pick up their Earthshaker. 2 supports and a mid laner already picked up. Earthshaker just seeing a lot of play and being a very solid support nowadays thanks to his fissure. I love that hero. He does so much work. Has very good, strong defensive capabilities. Has very strong ganking possibilities. Only thing he's really not good at is wave play unless he commits, you know, the Echo Slam. So. And if he does get an Echo Slam, bunch of heroes and creeps next to each other, they will melt. I think we're going to see a support pickup here. Maybe the Dazzle from last game will probably be very good. Treant Protector, alright. So this is a defensive support. So I figured they'd probably want to try to, but not the one I was thinking of. Treant Protector is very good at defense because he just blocks so much damage and allows the teams to kind of turtle a bit and aim for the late game. If you do the math on living armor, when it's maxed out, it will block 560 damage, assuming they do more than the 80 damage, and
5 seconds remaining.
Small damage iterations, I guess. I mean, of course, if it's light damage like over Magi's Ignite. That might not break the damage of 80, so they get burned away quite fast, and not quite blocking as much damage as you probably would, but still a very potent spell nonetheless. Bristleback being picked up by BiliBili. Very strong in the safe lane. Decently strong in the off lane as long as you can get some farm levels, and I'm a firm believer that Bristleback requires no farm if you really want to scale. Unless you can, you know, find the kills by spamming out Quill Spray. Most people aren't that negligent of how the quills work, the damage that stacks up over time, so it's not the easiest offlane or anything. But he has his comeback mechanics with the ancient stack. You can clear out ancients with your Quill Spray plus Bristleback. You do fairly well as long as your teams do help him out a fair bit. Zeus being picked up by Hayz Angels.
5 seconds remaining.
Quite a lot of burst damage. Zeus, Clop, Juggernaut, Omni Slash. Very strong. And Zeus is just, he's good in the mid lane, he's good as support. He can play in the off lane and be an annoyance to your safe lane, the safe laner in the enemy team, with some clarities and arc lightning. So we'll have to see. There's been a lot of favoritism towards Zeus nowadays, just because his vision control they can have for just zapping down random spots to find wards, with his ultimate to provide global vision. It just provides so much. And couple that with the Treant Protector, if he ever gets his Ags, you can bet that they're going to have map control. You know, assuming they can hold out for that long. And with a Treant Protector and Juggernaut and a Quap, of course, Quap with her very strong early and mid game, I think they'll be able to do it. Depends on how far this Bristleback goes, I think. Final band's coming out. I think we're looking for a. I think Hayz Angels is looking for a hard engage, like maybe a Tide, Centaur, something like that for the off lane. They could put Quap in the off lane. Well, Bout the Axe, one of those hard engagers who does do very well in the off lane. Very good against Bristleback and could potentially run over the game if he gets enough farm. It's fairly good. Ban out the Animage. Hayz Angels bans out the Animage, which means they are thinking that Bristleback is probably in the off lane. And this Morphling pick, it's kind of ambiguous because you could put Bristleback in the off lane and safe lane the Morph lane to go for heavy damage, shotgun kind of Morph lane. Or you could do a safe lane Bristleback and you could have the Morphling off lane, go for that high strength build, Yule's Blink Dagger, and go for the 4.25 second stuns with the Adaptive Strike. There's a lot of CC that comes out from this team. My only railgun, BiliBili.
Reserve time.
Quite curious to see. Both these lineups are fairly flexible. You technically have a core shaker if you wanted, but I'm pretty sure it's Alina in mid lane rather than core shaker. Could be a Zeus mid lane, could be a Zeus support, could be Quap off lane or mid.
Witch Doctor.
Looks like they are going for an off lane Quap, mid lane Zeus, support Witch Doctor, Treant Protector, Juggernaut in that safe lane, or position 1 Juggernaut at least. We don't quite know where they want to go. I don't think an aggressive tri-lane with Treant and Witch Doctor would fare well though. Okay. Making sure my overlay's up, so. Don't quite know what position JT plays. So I don't know exactly what lanes they might be going for. But, now I'm gonna have a hard time reading these names, aren't I? So, looks like everything's green. Waiting for Treant Protector to be picked up by last player of Hayz Angels, but jump into game. Let's quickly introduce the players. So
Prepare for battle.
Fortunately, I don't exactly. Well, we have South Mountain on the Earthshaker. Secondly, what it is. Bunch of random characters, English characters for Lena. JT playing that Morphling, looks like it's a core Morphling. Going for that Wraith Band rather than something like Boot Start, so it's not going to be offlane. Report Troll playing on that Lion. And we have the offline Bristleback being played by Chuntai. Alright, Papa Hayz picking up that Juggernaut once again. Cameron Diaz looks like to be a mid Zeus, starting with lots of mana pool. Drew Barrymore picking up that Witch Doctor. Lucy Liu playing on that support Strand Protector, and Bill Murray picking up the Queen of Pain, I assume to be an offlane. This could be a Cameron Diaz offlane. Zeus actually. Yeah, it's a bit more probable. Quap with the No Talisman, not a very good start for the offlane. Looks like they will secure this rune for Lena. And Cameron Diaz?
Oh boy! This is gonna be
Cameron Diaz will pick up the rune for mid. So this is a mid lane? It's a mid lane Zeus. Alright. No one's walking for him. No one's walking for either team. War Scouts out. Juggernaut in the top lane. I think this is a going. I don't think that's gonna pull up actually. I think that's quite in range. Stream Protector and Quap go to the bot lane to meet the defensive try for the Morphling. Morphling not quite the safest of laners, so he starts at Morph at level 1 and just in general it's not very strong in early phases. He does have very strong last unit though.
No, you don't.
Zeus. Not the funnest of matchups. Lena, very strong. Long range burst. Maybe clear, but Zeus just as annoying with that arc lightning. Blade Fury to get rid of some of the, well, cause a lot of damage, and one more Quill Spray might be enough. Okay, needs one more. He's not gonna find the mana for it either. Now he's overextended Kuntai. Looks like he will fall to the right clicks of Drew Barrymore. Just a tiny bit more mana would have been enough, but unfortunately doesn't have the mana pool level 1 to sustain it. Bit unfortunate. So first blood going in favor of Witch Doctor. Maybe go for an urn or just go for wards and then go for the Ag Scepter. Be the terror that Witch Doctor is known to be. JT taking quite a lot of damage right here. We'll eat the Tango. They CSing super well. 9 and 6. Oh, Cameron Diaz, come on, farm. I just hate the lat hitting on Zeus. You have to use arc lighting or it gets so hard. Like, just can't do that. Dragon Slay, fair bit of damage onto Cameron Diaz. We'll get the living armor. It's about to get broken though. Yeah. And then it gets denied. That's gonna hurt him so much. Drops a lightning on the Lena to express his anger. And we'll find a regen rune, which is right after pops this I guess you can save it now that you have a bottle. That's pretty good. Cast goes onto Kuntai, will not bounce to him again. Fortunately, there's only a level 1 cast. Oh, 2 Maledicts. This is one of those support counters, I guess you could say, to Bristleback. A lot of people like to put the Maledict on to just add up damage over time. Maledict, Kuntai. Gotta be a bit concerned about that. Like, camp being blocked out. They are aware of this now, definitely. After doing that pull through. Bill Murray level 2, Train Protector level 1. Really want to just find some levels on that Train Protector. Living Armor is just such an effective spell to have. Lion level 3 has all of his spells. What are they looking to do? Even if they do Fitcher Stun him, there's no guarantees that he won't be able to just blink away. They have to have that Hex there. They want that kill. 18 and 17 on this Morphling. 18 and 18. As many last hits as it denies. That has to hurt. Like, if you get denied this much in the offlane while you're running 2 heroes, it's not worth staying anymore. You're not getting any XP. I feel bad for you. Fissure goes out. There is a blink before the Hex comes out, and Morphling did commit a waveform, so no damage coming out right there as a result of that blink. Reason why Quap is a very safe offlaner in some cases. Other cases when you're going against a Skywrath Mage and you have to go against Silence, not quite the most favorable of things. Lena getting dropped very low. He didn't have that bottle charge right there. Cameron Diaz would have gotten that kill. Fortunately, the bottle being there, of course. Preventing him from going down. Earthshaker finding a haste room. Don't think he can make a play off this, unfortunately. Has 1 fissure. Pops the clarity. They do want to go for something. Report Troll. Not going to be in range to get the Hex. Instant blink. They're playing super cautious. They don't want to give any kills in this lane. Pop a Hayz. Healing Ward. Putting a lot of points in the stats. Interesting enough, no level of crit. A lot of people like to favor the crit. Oh. Drew Barrymore going on to Shuntai. That body block coming out will force Shuntai to run in the most unfavorable position. Walking around circles. The Maledict doing a heavy amount of damage. Cool Spray will be able to find the kill on the Witch Doctor. But the Maledict will finally take out. Bristleback will fall. A bottle being picked up by Bristol. Interesting. That's just the power of the Quill Spray. And Bristleback, the passive Bristleback, going against the 1 armor support like Witch Doctor. 1 armor support like Treant Protector, only negating 8% of that physical damage. Kinda stinks.
Oh, did that hurt?
Illusion Rune being bottled up by Lena, bounty up top line. Level 6, level 7 Zeus though. I haven't seen this Lena drop the Laguna Blade yet. If he gets 1 LSA, it's a dead Zeus. Has to be really careful of this. And Cameron Diaz knows to be careful of it. Has to keep the ball charges up to make sure he stays alive. Arc Lightning though. Dragon Slave again does not land. That's gonna hurt. Especially since the mana cost on Laguna Blade costs so much for him. Won't be able to... Let's do the Stid Block. Otherwise they wouldn't have mid-sentries there. Huh, I gotta learn this ward spot. Alright. Interesting enough. I'll love to pay attention to that next time. Laguna Blade, not yet coming out. I think maybe it could have done it. Nah, not quite. We've left him with 2 more auto attacks worth of damage. HP, I mean. Treant Protector now have Nature Guys level 1. Living Armor level 2. It's gonna help Zeus a fair bit. But Zeus opting to go back since he's so low on mana. Doesn't want to try and go for a rune. Obviously, walk into a rune and Lena can just sit. Or any supports are there. Probably looking at a death.
Middle tower is under attack.
That's Quill Spray stacks. Couldn't tie, now just looking oh. I left these low from when my Quill stacks were killing the Witch Doctor. We'll take the opportunity to farm it out. Has that bottle for mana if he needs it. Zeus! Going on to Lena. After you just TP's in, we'll drop the full combo. Not quite enough to drop Lena though, 80 HP. Had that stick charge up. Fairly decent. Cane Boots. Now picked up by Zeus. Wants to be able to sustain his mana pool. Doesn't go for the arcane drop. Maximize his ball charges quite yet. Picks up a DD rune. Unfortunately, it's not the best thing for Zeus in his auto attack range, but nonetheless. Oh, misses kill on top lane. Bristleback will fall again. Unfortunately. It's the Omni Slash. Juggernaut with Omni Slash has been killing Bristlebacks left and right.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lena, Morphling leading the farm. They're not very close behind. Zeus is the outlier of the group. In terms of cores that are supposed to get farmed, Morphling's still doing a stellar job at denying. Not as stellar, but you know, still doing work. Trying to trade auto attacks. Morphling, if he committed the waveform there, he could have got the kill. 250 damage. There was only 180 HP on that guy. Definitely could have got that kill. After reductions, it would have been very close though. 75% of that. Yeah, that would have done it. It would have done it. Or maybe lived with 10 HP or something. Quite unfortunate, but lives nonetheless. Tower being healed up by living armor now. Surprisingly low HP right now, just because Lena has way better wave clear than Zeus does. Zeus just got that burst potential in the Lena, but Lena has the better wave clear, thus the better power pushing ability. Looks like they go bot lane, find the kill into Earthshaker, my bad. It was a clopping gauge, I guess. Zeus looking for the kill. If he had a bit more mana right there, he maybe could have done it, but Morphling will more strength, be able to keep himself alive. Fortunately, there is a regen rune. If Morphling decides to strength morph, agility morph right now, that'd be very unfavorable. Playing cautiously, he will stay fairly healthy. Keep his mana pool or HP pool very high, and have less damage than what he had at level 1 as a result of strength morphing. Might make lasting a bit more difficult. What? Venom, Orbit Venom again. Interesting Orbit Venom picks up today. We still haven't seen this Laguna Blade. Come on! I also missed the Omni Slash on top lane, but Omni Slash. Yeah, I don't. Mid lane is where the action goes. Omni Slash being up again. There is no wards starting out. Popping Hayz waking this rotation. Mask of Madness being popped. Lena has phase boots as well. What will land the Laguna Blade and LSA, but it's not quite enough damage. She needed to pop off the Dragon Slave, and he would have got the kill, but unfortunately, not quite pulling out the damage fast enough. That's the problem with having a level 1 Light Strike away. You don't have the stun duration. You could have had so much more damage, and the mana cost doesn't go up that much either. I guess if you got a bit more auto attacks out, it might have been favorable, but unfortunately that's not the case, so I think having a stun damage and the extra potential damage of, you know, I would say 80 more damage, because level 1 Fire Soul is pretty good to have. Might have made the difference there. Definitely the stun duration for the cast times, so Dragon Slave and Laguna would have made a difference there. Well, you also have to consider the fact that Mask of Madness is on, so got some extra damage come out. Another kill for your Juggernaut. This game slowly looking to fall out of BiliBili's hand, but they are keeping a fairly high amount of farm on their cores. Bristleback ahead of the Quap as well. Look at Goldworth though. Not even amounting to 1k, that's how close this game is. Even with the 4 kills, or 4 kill advantage, it should amount to about that 1k right there. Nothing else comes out of it. Invis Rune on Zeus. Looking for a kill. I think going on the Earthshaker would be a better bet, since he's only level 5. They will jump onto him, flop. Jumping in, revealing it, JT. Not able to do anything to help his support. Just that second where he leaves the lane, there's opportunity for Bill Murray to just fully commit with Cameron Diaz. Well played by them. Lucy Liu working on that mid tower healing. Already brought it back from 400 HP to about 900. Really well done by Treant Protector, and that's one of the lovely parts of Treant Protector. And we haven't seen much action come out from the supports out of BiliBili. There's you have the Lion, you have the Earthshaker, but they haven't made any rotations. They've just been babysitting this Morphling. So the question is, will this Morphling getting farmed into a Lincoln Sphere pay off?
Double damage.
It's not like Morphling with a Lincoln Sphere has a lot of combat potential. It's a bit harder to kill, you know. If you want to kill someone, you go for an E-Blade. Not the most ideal of item starts, but there. Quap jumping onto Lena. Zeus taking up the last hit. Not even a problem for him. Sonic Wave still not even being used.
Killing spree.
Okay, top lane again. Omni Slash, just chasing him down. No creeps nearby. Am I expecting this Versal back to fall so much? Because, you know, Omni Slash. You just know that he has Omni Slash, and well, and there's no lane safety at this point. You want to go into the jungle or something like that. And double kill mid lane. I'm not keeping up with this. Not watching, so paying too much attention to top lane Juggernaut. It looks like 2 heroes go down. Both the supports die to Zeus plus Sonic Wave. That's a huge amount of burst damage, like I mentioned earlier. What can you do? Got such large AoE, you can't stop the Zeus from hurting you. They will start working away on the stack, ancient stack. No healing ward, and no points into Voodoo Restoration. We'll steal quite a good number of those ancients, though. And this was for the Bristleback. This is the recovery mechanism for the Bristleback. Earthshaker now walking around. We'll see that there are people around. Pop the magic mechanism on the Juggernaut, but it's a level 12 Juggernaut, level 5 Earthshaker. Doesn't want to get right-click down, especially with the fissure down. Lion, level 6. Full HP Juggernaut though, thanks to that level 2 healing ward. Kinsai coming around, unfortunately, looks at his hard work, all gone. Thanks to that Juggernaut. Even Juggernaut. What can you do? Zeus illusions, pesky auto attacks, so bad. Trying to do what he can. Lion has no gold, nowhere near that blink dagger. Not where you want to be. Point. They're just falling so far behind. Net worth now amounted to 5k. Pretty fast.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Difference of 5 kills happened over, and this time the gold differences have increased exponentially. There's another stack found by Papa Hayz. This is just a double stack on the hard camp. All the gold being siphoned away from BiliBili. It's not looking good. Sense is going onto this Juggernaut. Juggernaut, you check it out, his net worth. He's 2.3k gold ahead of that Morphling. The other core 1 position. It's just not looking good. And Zeus has the ads. What? Okay. Omni Slash being committed for the solo Earthshaker. That wasn't even level 6, unfortunately. Oh, 2 Omni Slash. So 1 20-second 20 cooldown. Too bad. Hayz will start getting to work onto that Roshan. They were spotted out by this ward, I believe. Since it's daytime, this caught vision of Juggernaut walking to the pit. I don't know if they paid enough attention to that though. Let's see if I can, yeah. See that vision right there. No signs of them being able to contest this though. Quap walking by that ward. We'll get spotted out, but you know, Quap's just interested in keeping Papa Hayz alive, and Aegis going into the hands of Juggernaut. First Roche will expire at 23, 18-ish. Fuels? What? Okay, up here. My bad. Lion will pick up the last hit. No Laguna or Finger of Death being committed. Like, LSA will get dodged out by the Blade Fury, and there's no option for this Lion. Zeus ult being committed. they will be able to find Lena as a result of that vision. Phase boost, Yules. Oh, enough move speed to just make a cool juke into the trees. Wow, what a tricky little spot to hide in. Amazingly well played by Lena. We would have been dead, definitely otherwise. Finger Death from Laguna Bay being conserved. Chintai has a Vanguard, going for the Hooded Defiance most likely. Just worried about the burst damage. So second kill on the board, picking out that Witch Doctor, I believe. It's actually one component away from him and adds two. Oh. Dodging it out. Dodging out the Yule's LSA combo with the spin again. Blade Fury being an instant cast, you know, just not much you can do about that. Even if you do Yules him up. Quite unfortunate. Maybe we had instant silence of some sort. You have a better shot at it. Lion trying to protect his ward. One more bolt, so we'll allow Cameron Diaz to take it. Quite unfortunate. This first pick Juggernaut paying off quite a lot. And it's Morphling. Last pick Morphling. Hasn't been able to put much presence on the map. Haven't seen like his replicate used to push out multiple lanes. Yules, LSA onto Queen of Pain, but now getting chased back. There is a strike dagger. Blink dagger, not blink dagger, sorry. TP out from Lena. Cameron Diaz a bit late on that bolt. It's definitely called the Shadow Strike. Not bad. And Juggernaut could have committed the Omni Slash if he wanted to, but won't be the case. They will look to take out this tier 1 tower. Fortification down. Tower goes down. Will be last hit by the Juggernaut. And a waste of the living armor right there since he has life steal and he's tanking the creeps. But like this mid tower isn't fully healed yet. What are you doing with that living armor? Come on. Ags being picked up. 21-minute support Witch Doctor Ags. It's pretty amazing. Considering he hasn't been like actively participating in fights. Been those dual pickoffs onto the bristle pack. 4 kill participation when it's only a third of the total kills on the team. Extreme Protector sitting at 0-0-0. Such game impacts. Majors guys want to scout a bit, but don't go very deep. Enough. More playing. Finally has that Lincoln's and 1k gold. Has lots of regen. Gets scouted out by the Treant. Oh, Lena getting a pickup on Zeus. Was the Yules plus LSA combo. My bad, guys. Morphling. Trying to get away now. Lincoln Sphere was popped by the Bleach Seed, I believe. Cask is still up. Oh, that was a very bad time to drop the replicate. Just allowing the cast to just bounce around. And Witch Doctor revealing the Ags will easily take out the Lion. Morphling falling to the Witch Doctor's Maledict damage. And now Lucy Liu gets scouted out. There is a Sentry Ward. All you need is one more Quill Spray and you'll probably get that kill. Yeah, you do. And now Pause comes out, but okay. Mouse issue for Zeus apparently. Oh, looks like it's for Quap. Oh, mega kill. Zeus, not Zeus. Juggernaut picking up the kill, but Omni Slash onto Earthshaker and Chintai gonna get flashed down. Too much damage. Double kill for Papa Hayz. That was just really poor replicate timing. Cass comes out, drop the replicate, and Cass is just free to bounce between you guys. The Morphling and replicate. Quite unfortunate, but what can you do? Aegis now expires. Papa Hayz looking too big to be stopped. I think he's going for the Scotty next rather than breaking up his Manta, breaking his SMY into a Manta. Going for the Scotty to be super tanky. And already super far ahead, so it really doesn't quite matter for him. Double damage Zeus, the game changer. Not really. Replicate comes out, allowing Morphling maybe a bit less pressure. Push. Has a free escape mech. Like they're looking to find Cameron Diaz. Lina. Yules. LSA lands perfectly. They have the Laguna Blade, and it does enough damage. They will be able to find the kill. Bill Murray now takes an auto attack from the Morphling. Does quite a bit of damage off that one auto attack. You gotta be careful. This is 150 damage. After damage reduction, she will take about 115, probably. Yeah, about. So, maybe 105. But it's hard. Lucy Liu running around with Nature's Guys. Wants his Ags, but very really far away. And we've already seen the Witch Doctor Ags pay off. What about the rest of their Ags? This could be a 5 Ags lineup. Unfortunately, Juggernaut Ags is not quite as good. Scotty being picked up. Wanted to go on someone has a haste rune. Will not quite find anyone. Thanks to that Lion Hex plus for Spike combination. First or Spike apparently. Shadowblade picked up by Lina. Yule Shadowblade to hunt for kills. And this Mud Golem is going glitchy as frick. Item pickup. We have the Hood of Vines being finished by Bristleback, which will add to his tankiness, but you know, his Omni Slash is so much work. Quap has the Ags already. Zeus had the Ags like 10 minutes ago. Haven't found any itemization past that. So, we're waiting for the Treant Ags. I could always pray for the Ags on Juggernaut, but it's not really a great pickup. I mean, it does help him a bit, lowering the cooldown by, 30-ish, I think. 30 seconds. Once it's maxed out. But, there's just better items for Juggernaut at this point, you know? It does help him keep a lead, though. It's not a bad item pickup, just unfavorable compared to other items you would pick up nowadays. Invis root on Chain Protector. It looks like they find Drew Barrymore. They will commit the Laguna Blade. Now Report Troll being chased down by Bill Murray. Lina will TP out to the fountain. Bill Murray trying to do a body block. Zeus landing, missing the bolt. Will commit to Zeus ult for it, even though Bill Murray had Shadow Strike and Blink and Scream up coming up. Well then, Zeus just wants some money, money, money. It's all about the money, money, money. Anyways. Yeah, this Earthshaker is so poor. Only has boots. Trying to pick up the Arcanes, maybe. Yeah, it looks like he's going to commit forts. 1 gold, picks it up. We'll have the Arcane boots to further extend his mana pool. Not exactly a very good pickup, to be honest. Like, Soul Ring does about the same effect, except for Arcane. Oh, Chuntai being caught out by a bolt of lightning. So I know where he is, kind of. But as I was saying, usually Arcane Boots is very good on Earthshaker, but when you have a team that's not quite as mana heavy or reliant as, say, like you having a Centaur maybe. Oh, Overgrowth being committed for the Replicate. That's quite unfortunate. They will find a ward as a result of that Lightning Bolt though, but committing Overgrowth for an illusion. Not quite favorable, but they will find another Aegis for your Juggernaut. Pretty good. Like it. Roshan up the game. Zeus picks up a Bling Dagger now. And with this, it looks like they want the tier 2. Meanwhile, Lina working away at the tier 1 top. No Glyph coming out, no living armor. Juggernaut pops the MLM. Looking to go hard on this tower. Gets fissured up. Healing ward to heal him back up. Full HP essentially. Hanging up this tower like it's nothing. As the Mess of Madness wears off. And what can you do to contest? You have a Fissure long range, you have Bristleback who maybe could run up. There's triple stun combination onto Papa Hayz, and you just, with the healing ward and living armor, it's like shrugs it off. Full HP again. After 3 seconds. That's how hard he is to kill. It's Scotty, SMY, and the Aegis to boot. You're just not going to be able to kill this guy. They're trying their best to do some wave clear. LSA waste right there. Looks like he wants to go hard. Has the Omni Slash up, gets hexed. As well as Fissure stunned, you know. Fissure came up first, of course, but Hexes being the more important one since it delays a bit longer. Turns into a little froggy. We'll actually drop Froggernaut to about 2/3 HP, but not the most concerning of issues. Morphling now teleporting back. Trying to commit as much pressure as he can. Witch Doctor committed a teleport back to base, thinking that Morphling continues to push. Fortunately, not the case. How did I get that? Alright. And now, Treant Protector. 1.2k away from that, Hayz. I'd be pretty happy about that. Might be a bit later than most Treant Protectors would hope for if you had room to farm. But this Treant Protector's not trying to find any CS whatsoever. He's winning off team gold, towers and such. Zeus, blinking in, gets the bolt of lightning down, drops the ultimate as well. Omni Slash coming through, will find the kill onto Lion. Now Papa Hayz trying to go into Earthshaker. Earthshaker doesn't try to Echo Slam defensively, just knows he's just gonna go down. Buyback from Lion, will come in and drop some damage on Papa Hayz. Morphling now in the fray, not quite able to do anything. This cast is bouncing between the back line, being very annoying. Tier 3, about to drop down now. This Earthshaker can't do anything. Oh, they will find the Queen of Pain with a good combo. Hex coming out from Lion, but they have nothing left now for that. Oh, what? The Witch Doctor picks up both kills as a result of that Death Ward bounce. I was thinking Papa Hayz picked up the first one, but a lot of damage from that Death Ward, and they have nothing to stop it with all their spells being used defensively on Papa Hayz. No damage coming out right there. 560 auto attack damage negated. That's what I'm telling you about. They will pick up the melee racks. Now there's a range racks left over. Fissure stun onto 2. LSA onto 3. So there's no follow up. You got no Blink Dagger onto Earthshaker. That would have been a prime Echo Slam. And Shadow Blade not going to help him stay alive right there. Yules himself at the last second, but he will fall to the Maledict damage. Scotty's slowing him up. Now Earthshaker's in a really bad position as well. Will get chopped down. And what can you do? Now Morphling has the straight morph. He's dropping super low. This Aegis will keep Papa Hayz alive. A stun from the Basher will almost catch Morphling in a bad position. Instant Hex coming out. There is a Earth Spike that comes in right after. Sonic Wave. And the Finger of Death. They will pick off the Juggernaut! Bill Murray dropping very low as well. Will be forced to blink out. Voodoo Restoration helping him stay alive. They won't be able to catch on to this, but Toonside will try and chase down the Witch Doctor. He has almost in range for the nasal glow. He keeps staying out the quill spray, so we have some move speed. Drew Barrymore dropping down the Death Ward behind Vision, and he will force Morphling to replicate out. Now Bill Murray trying to re-engage with the living armor. Toontai will be able to walk out though. I don't think they'll be able to chase him down. Nope. Magic's one on the ground. Drop your stick, drop your stick. This is a magic one though. They look the same. Fortunately, Lucy Liu dropping at some point during that fight. And Ags was so close. I could feel it. I could feel it for this Treant Protector. Not quite getting there. So now if you're BiliBili, you're like, well, we managed to hold, but, well, losing one melee racks, not the worst of things. It will deny a lot of map pressure. so to speak, since the mid lane will naturally push out, and they haven't even got this tier 1 mid as a result of that living armor.
Dire's middle tower is
Living armor just protecting out the mid lane very much. Ethereal Blade, and it's just not enough, even with the Death Strike. Not enough to kill Witch Doctor. Oh. Witch Doctor. Going for that BKB. I think it's coming out right now, actually. Yeah, it is. Drew Barrymore ags BKB by 34 minutes on Witch Doctor. It's pretty scary. Even though there's so many disables on BiliBili, the Misaka Mikoto team is not gonna have quite enough to stop the light disco lights of death coming out from Witch Doctor. I guess you could call Laguna Blade their railgun. They're quieting down a bit, looking for their opening. Aaron Diaz trying to find some wards. And Juggernaut continuing to grow exceedingly big. He is now 6k gold ahead of the Morphling. And Morphling, only with a Lincoln's Ethereal Blade and Yasha, you just can't contribute that much. Requires too much time to get online. Smoking coming out. They will get spotted out. They will find Lucy Lou in the trees. I'm not quite sure who's the gem carrier to this team, but they do manage to pick him out. If anything. Kuntai, Lena will fall as a result of trying to go onto Tree and Protector. Of course, the Morphling Burst is able to find it. But, Bill Murray trying to commit. If that Shadow Strike went off, it probably would have been a dead Earthshaker, but unfortunately that Hex being well placed. Sonic Wave not quite landing. Zeus will pick up the kill. They will go onto the tier 3 now. Are there any buybacks? There are not any buybacks except for on Bristleback, and it's pretty much not worth it at this point. Bristleback will use it though. JT gets jumped on. Will pop the Ethereal Blade, but onto himself to present some of the Omni Slash damage. When Cameron Diaz is like, amplified magic damage? Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt. Will take out your JT Morphling. And now the buyback coming out from the first back, not paying any dividends. Zeus looking for dropping a lightning bolt onto Lion. And this looks to be the end. Just no blink dagger on the Earthshaker, and you're not being able to commit very hard. Sonic Wave coming out. Not quite enough to pick up anyone. There is a very nice pipe coming out from the Bristleback to prevent some of the damage. Lena dropping the Laguna Blade onto Bill Murray. This looks to be the final fight. Earthshaker managed to pop that Echo Slam, but it's not going to do quite as much damage as he probably hoped. There's only 2 people in range of it to drop the Echoes. Drew Barrymore now dropping super low. Gets the Finger of Death. At the moment, it's only a casualty of war as, well, Open Ancient looks like be a game over. They don't have any more damage. They use all their ultimates. The Morphling's not big enough, and well, they just have to right-click down this Ancient with the creep. Ethereal Blade plus Adaptive Strike. Juggernaut popping off the BKB. He actually will fall before the Ancient will go down. They have to stop the creeps from destroying it. LSA lands onto 4 of them, but now you have multiple creeps wave coming in. They will manage to save this 100 HP on the Ancient right before it goes down. If only one other person stayed to try and bring down that Ancient, this game would be over. Game is pretty much over though. I mean, you got a sliver of hope, I suppose, with this small region coming in. This will allow Tree and Protector to pick up his axe though. I wouldn't mind that. Picking up ag. Double damage rune. Tree Protector.
Dire's middle tower is
Roche being scouted out by Tree and Protector. And with this third Roche, will undoubtedly secure the game. Just about 20k gold net worth advantage favor of Hayz Angels, and Morphling trying to find some space to get tower, get his team some gold for buybacks perhaps. Lena now has one as a result. Trying to do a lot of damage to Cameron Diaz. Will dropping down to half HP. Finger of Death comes out. Will not be able to prevent the Refresher Zeus ult from killing Morphling. Drew Barrymore with his Blink Dagger, I believe it was. Yeah, Blink Dagger. Trying to catch onto Lion and Lena. It looked very good until Lena had Shadow Blade and Lion was just far enough, so. Also had a Ghost Scepter. That probably kept him alive as well. So 1 for 1 in the end. If you're position 1 Morphling, imagining they do a fair amount of damage to the Zeus. And now they will go on to the Roshan. Second hit bash, lucky Juggernaut. And Roshan, poor Roshan, just has no options but to fall to the slow, heavy right click damage. Looks like it will be picked up by Bill Murray this time. Cheese goes to Drew Barrymore. Not really a great hero to put it on, considering got Voodoo Restoration is your only really heavy mana intensive ability, which you have to use it over time. Once you drop your Death Ward and you paralyze the cast, pretty much the fight is done anyways. They had it on Zeus, it's been very favorable, but Zeus not being up to course at the time. I could have put on the courier or let him pick him up later, but no. Looks like I saw Lucy Lou, but now they're going to JT. Fissure comes out a bit too early, now the spin comes out, able to right click down. A lot of damage as a result of the Death Ward, and Chuntai will fall as a result of it. The bounce is barely picking up the Earthshaker. The lingering bounces, and it's GG. The last HP of the Ancient clicked down fairly fast, and this marks the end of GT Gamefest Go 2 tournament. The victors being Hayz Angels over BiliBili. BiliBili will take home the second place prize, which I don't even know what they are, so no words on that. But pretty rough game overall for the supports of BiliBili. Not finding any early game rotations, but Hayz Angels rotating fairly well, finding a lot of kills onto the Chuntai, and well, take home the victory for this GT Gamefest Spring 2015. I am Evolution of War. Thank you for joining me today. If you are actually a viewer of this stream, that'd make me very happy. Follow me on Twitter at Evolution of War if you so desire. I would like to be a shoutcaster one day, but you know, school, life is hard, dreams are hard to follow. You know? But thank you for everything. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I'm pretty sure this closes out our side of the tournament. So, see you later, guys. Hope to see you in the fall.